Hello, welcome. This is the 6 yard box. You're welcome to the 6 yard box. And this is a Europa Champions, Europa League um, match analysis. We've not done this in a minute. This is Tottenham taking on Manchester United. And this is for the Europa League. We're not gonna the normal stuff that people talk about. Both sides are being, rubbish in the league, but we're not gonna talk about that. And this is just a match analysis of how the two teams are gonna set up head to head coming into this. Tottenham have won the last 3 times they've met in the league and Carabao Cup, beating Manchester United at Old Trafford at 3 goals to nil in the league, and then a 1-0 victory, 3-2 in the Carabao Cup, and then 1-0 victory in the reverse fixture in the league. But it's all about history. It's all about history of the two teams. United coming into this, they've been to finals. They were in the finals last week. But for me, coming into this game, I think all that goes out the window. Whoever plays well on the night, whoever plays to the manager's instruction, whoever is able to adapt to the situation in front of them. And also, I think where Manchester United have the history of winning cups, Tottenham they are ahead of Manchester in terms of the process. I think the players understand the system more now for Tottenham. And I think Tottenham are going to play the same way they play, and for me, if they play the same way, I think they should get the victory. So let's quickly get into the. Let's get into the. How am I going to put it? Let's get into the. Let's get into the. Let's get into the tactical board, the way the two teams are gonna set up. Let me just check if I've got everything set up for this, because this is the first time I'm using this this thing on the. There we go. You can see right on your screen there. That's the way the two teams are gonna set up on the screen. They're gonna play. You can see the tactical board. That's the way the two teams are going to set up. Don't mind my, what do you call it on the screen, the lines and everything. I think that's the team that Tottenham are going to play. I think they might swap position. Sri Lanka might drop into this position, and he might play as a 10. And what's his name? And Richarlison might play up top. I think they might swap that. For Tottenham, they're going to go with a 4-2-3-1. I think they're going to go with a 4-2-3-1 just to give themselves that solidity in defense, just to have that protection between Bissouma and Bentancur. And for United, they're going to play their normal 3-4-3, or they might go with a back 5 or 5-3-2 or whatever, depending on the situation. So let's look at the way the two teams are going to approach the game coming into this fixture. That's the way the two teams are going to approach. Let's see the way the two teams are going to approach the game coming into this fixture. For me, let's go with Tottenham first. When Tottenham are attacking, the two ways United are going to approach it. The first way is United might sit in a block and move their wing backs all the way back to the into that position of a 5, and they might go with Casemiro and Fernandes, and they might go with Mount, and they might sit like this. That's a way that I think United might defend. Tottenham on the ball. We'll have Sonny there. We'll have Udoji probably bombing forward on that side as well. Bissouma and Bentancur. I'm not sure which one will sit. I know he's gonna be somewhere. Richarlison will be in there trying to get into spaces. Solanke will drop just behind him to keep Casemiro guessing. Casemiro will he want to go and press Solanke? And Solanke will try as much as possible to get next to Richarlison as often. Uh, the problem for Tottenham is when they're on the ball, trying to create. I think you find out that when they are attacking, these two at the back here will build up play, and Tottenham will try. Bissouma will go into these positions as well. That might be a problem in terms of if United sit this way, and Bentancur will be the guy on the ball most of the time to set up play, or it could be Van der Vaart and Romero, which they can do. Then Bentancur will go into these areas, and it is going to be up to Porro to move into this area as well. So Tottenham will always be in this kind of situation if Manchester United decide to defend deep, and I think that's what they will do. I think Tottenham will have most of the possession of the ball, and this is the way I think his plays will be. The play patterns will be most of the time. United will defend deep at the edge of the ball. So you can see they got the numbers there. Tottenham have to break them down, and by moving the ball. By moving the ball in the right directions and by trying to let's just put some arrows on the screen. Can I get some arrows? I always get the problem with these arrows, man. So if I draw an arrow, okay, let's see. Get some arrows. My arrows are not showing for some reason, so I don't know why the arrows are not showing. Let's do this, choose a shape, let's choose that. So my lines are straight. Is it straight? Yeah, it's straight. So let's remove that. So yeah, Tottenham will build up their play from here. They will go. Porro will most likely be making runs. No, I don't want to do that. What did I do? Oh God, I've done something wrong. I think I removed the Manchester United player. Can we undo that? Let's try and undo that. Remove all the drawings. I think I removed someone. I don't know. I think I removed Manchester United. One Manchester United player there, which was missing Mount. So let's just bring him back. Number 7. And this is going to be Mount there. Mount, missing Mount. He's going to be playing there, I think. If he's fit, I think he will play. So this is how United will sit. Porro will always make runs in there. Porro will make runs in there as an inverted winger. So also would Udoji. Udoji will make runs in there as well as an inverted winger. Tottenham will play their ball. They will move the ball from the build-up from the back, going through these lines, the play patterns every time. Go through that play patterns. The ball will come to Porro there. Porro will maybe want to go down the flanks. And you can see Manchester United have got bodies there. So, it's going to be a case of Porro and Johnson combining, making runs off each other. If Manchester United sit deep, they're going to rely on, Solanke and Richarlison getting into these areas, getting into those areas, and relying on the crosses coming in. So it's either Porro goes in there or Johnson goes in there. But one thing about Johnson is he comes in at the far post most of the time if the ball is on the other side, on that side. So United are going to defend. If they defend that way, The thing for Tottenham that they have to do is to get the ball wide, get the ball that way, get the ball wide, and basically Johnson gets to the byline, Poro or Johnson, one of them, and then get the ball into that area, get the crosses into that area for Richarlison and Solanke. The two of them they have to play as a two. Anytime that ball goes wide, they have to play as a two. And Bissouma and what's his name, Bentancur have to be there for anything that drops in behind, and they have to be aggressive to win it back in that area, because that's where Manchester United could be deadly in transitions. Because you can see if the crosses goes in there from Johnson, comes into this area for Richarlison and Sri Lanka to attack. There's going to be competition, because you can see Maguire is there, he's good in the air as well. Yodo, I presume, is good in the air. Shaw might not be that big, but it depends on who they play there. So Tottenham have to make sure the crosses are very good when it comes in from the right. And the same thing happens on the left. Udoji will go in. Sometimes it will go wide. Depending on where the ball is, it will combine with Sonny. It will go past Sonny sometimes. Sometimes it will sit. Sonny will go down the line, get the crosses into this area, as we say, and open Richarlison can be end of it, and on the end of it, or what's his name can be, or Sri Lankan can be on the end of it as well. And like I said, this area in here, this area in there, this area, these two, they have to be really good and aggressive on the ball. Anything that drops in that area, anything that drops in this area, they have to be quick to pounce and pick it up and stop Casemiro or Fernandes picking up the ball in there to set up a counter attack. And you can see when Tottenham are attacking, these two will be there. You can see there's all these spaces in there behind the Tottenham defense. All these spaces on the other side as well behind the Tottenham defense that they can exploit. So just as a scenario, if this breaks down, Tottenham put the ball into the box, United win it back. For example, the ball comes into the box, Maguire heads it out, it drops to Casemiro, he has a lot of space there. These two, Bentancur and Bissouma, are not aggressive enough. You can see Højlund there. He's got a lot of space. He's got places to run into. He could run that way to drag him away, to drag Van der Vaart with him. And that leaves Amad Diallo to maybe run to run inside. And, he leaves Romero with a job to do. Is he quick enough with Amad? I don't think so. So, if Tottenham lose that ball in there, they have to be aggressive to win that ball back as quickly as possible, or maybe commit a foul. So you can see Højlund can go that way. He can run that way as well. And then missing Mount as well. Look at Mount. Mount can run into space there as well with loads of spacing behind. So that's what Manchester United are going to do if they decide to sit and play in transition. We see Tottenham struggle with teams that play in transition in the league already, and it's going to be very difficult if that ball keeps dropping into this area and Tottenham are not mopping up and trying to, what do you call it? They're trying to in that center area, they're trying to, in this area, if Tottenham are not quick enough to mop up in that area, it's going to be a lot of problems for Tottenham in that area if they don't try and win the ball back aggressively and start off their attack. So that's the way Tottenham will attack Manchester United, and that's the way Manchester United can exploit Tottenham, because there's loads of spacing behind. You can see, if Tottenham lose the ball by trying in transition. And another way I think another way both teams can approach the game is um, if we take out all the lines drawn, take all the lines out, and then we set everything up from the scratch. Um, Set everything up from the scratch. Let's move everybody back into position. To Ireland. So if Manchester United decide to go and press Tottenham, which I think that's what Tottenham will want, when Tottenham try and play out from the back, if they decide to go and press Tottenham, let's just put that scenario in here and say if Manchester United decide to go and press Tottenham and go high like this, press Tottenham, try and win the ball high in Tottenham's half when Tottenham are building on play from the back. So you can see United are trying to go and press Tottenham high in terms of going into Casemiro going in on maybe Bissouma there, Bentancur Fernandez going in, Shaw playing at the back. If they go up like this and push their three centre backs up, and Doku goes up against Johnson on the halfway line there when Tottenham are building up play. This is what Tottenham will really like, to be honest. This kind of situation whereby United still have cover in there. They have got three at the back. You can see the three at the back there. You can see the three at the back there. They still have this three at the back there for United, which is like an insurance when they decide to go and press. So let's say Tottenham. What am I doing? Let's remove that. Let's say Tottenham decide to play out from the back. Vicario has the ball. Udogie goes like that. The centre back, they split the centre back, Romero, and they split up like this. Poro will be somewhere here. Poro will be there. Mount goes in on Poro. Let's say United go in 1v1 like that. And Richarlison will be somewhere here. Sri Lanka is the number 10 that will drop in. So let's say the situation like this whereby United decide to go and press Tottenham high and try and win the ball high, and he wants to go in on the goalkeeper, and the ball goes to Van der Ven. Casemiro goes in on Bissouma. The ball goes into Udogie. Ahmad goes in. This is what Tottenham will want really for Manchester United to do, to go and press them high. And they play that ball to Sonny. Bissouma comes in deep. Casemiro will go with him. Bissouma plays it into Casemiro. Sonny plays it into Bissouma, and then Sonny goes flying down there. That's what Tottenham will want to do to build up their play, and the ball is basically going back to Sonny from Bissouma. If he could find Sonny, then you have Sri Lanka dropping into this area, and then you can see if United go and press high, this is what Tottenham could do to them. But United have insurance in these wing backs and these full backs, or these three at the back. Are they quick enough to mop up? That's another question. But I think Tottenham would prefer this compared to United sitting back. They would prefer United to do this, try and press them, and try and basically beat the press. I think what's his name? Bentancur can beat that press against Fernandez. I don't think Fernandez likes tracking back that way. I don't think it's his strength to track back, especially if he plays with Casemiro in midfield. You can see Casemiro there is exposed, as if he goes and press. You can see that gives Tottenham 2v2 at the back, and for Richarlison and Maguire and Sri Lanka as well. So with Euro as well. So two v two. So I think this is how Tottenham will try and play out from the back. They'll do the same thing on the right. Invite the press, invite the press from Mason Mount or whoever is playing on United's left to go and press maybe Romero, and then just play that ball. Use Poro as the outlet to get the ball into Johnson. And then Tottenham will walk from there. Ball comes to Johnson. Poro will rather he could make the run inside and link up with Richarlison, and then go for the 2v1 whereby Poro will run on the outside and Richarlison can find them with the ball. And Tottenham are basically, they will be into these areas where they look to cause the damage, and this is what Tottenham will really ideally really want for United to do in terms of coming out and trying to press them high, with Bruno going in on Bentancur, Oyland going in on VDV, on Van der Ven, Mount going in on Romero, and you can see that United don't have the numbers in midfield unless maybe they drop him into midfield, Mazuari into midfield to make that number up in midfield, and that will leave a lot of space on the right. But I think Tottenham would prefer, for me as a Tottenham fan, I prefer them to go and press Tottenham high, so Tottenham can play those balls around them into Sonny, and then they're true on goal really. But it's not going to be that easy. This is all match analysis. Anything could happen on the day. If Tottenham struggle to play out of the press, they're going to be in trouble, because if they struggle to play out of the press, that means United are winning the ball high, and then they are in on goal, with Romero and VDV having to mop up, and Bentancur as well having to play catch up with Fernandes in there. So that's another way United will want to win the ball high. I know for a fact that Tottenham will win the ball high. United have struggled to play out from the back. Tottenham can do this kind of stuff. They can win the ball high with Solanke. Solanke presses 24/7. He's going to be on the press when these two guys have the ball. If they're playing out from the back, Solanke will press relentlessly. That's all he's been doing all season. You will see him pressing. But he's playing as a 10, so he's going to be pressing. What's his name, is going to be pressing as well. When Manchester United try out to play out from the back, I'm not sure if they will try that, but Tottenham will go in and really push up against them to try and win the ball in these positions. You can see VDV and Romero will be high up there. Bentancur will be in there. Oyland will probably be there somewhere. And Tottenham will go in and press really high to try and win that ball. You can see there's spaces in there as well. But, one thing as well, Romero likes to attack this space, very aggressive, trying to win the ball from anybody in there. You go into midfield and try and win it. Romero does that really, really well to win the ball for Tottenham and set off the attacks. So Tottenham will definitely try and go and press United really high. They'll do that all day long. If United try and play out from the back, they'll do that. And Tottenham knows how to do that. I think they have one of the highest turnovers in the league. So they'll try and go and press United. And United I don't think they've showed them being good in trying to play out from the back. So that's the way the two teams will set up to play. Everything depends on the day, who plays really, really well on the day, I believe. Looking at the two teams, I think Tottenham have a little bit more than United. They've not been scoring goals as well, and it's going to be a great final. I can feel it. For me, I don't want it to go to extra time or anything like that. I want it to be done in 90 minutes, and I just think Tottenham have to play on the front foot, try and win the game, and basically they've just got to go and get the win. Basically, they, like I said, they have to play on the front foot, and they have to go and get the win. So yeah, that's the way the two teams will basically attack the game. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens on the day. Hopefully, there's no stupid red cards or referees' decisions spoiling the game. For me, I think I backed Tottenham to win. Yeah, I think I'm biased because I'm a Tottenham fan, but I just think Tottenham are a better team in terms of the process they are in, and I think if they can get their game, get their plays right, patterns of play right, take their chances, I think they've got the firepower to beat Manchester United. United have dangerous players. Romero, what's his name? Fernandez, Bruno. You can ping one in from anywhere on the page. Tottenham have to make sure they really, really, close him down. Tottenham missing that creativity from what's his name? Kulusevski, Madison, and Bergvall. So somebody that can carry the ball. I think that's what they have to do in that midfield when they are pressed. They have to be press resistant. I think Bissouma has to carry the ball. Bentancur, I think, can do it. I think Bissouma can do it as well. So we'll see what happens on the day. Thank you for watching. This is the match analysis for the Europa League final between Tottenham and Manchester United. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share. Get us to 200 subscribers. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you for the finals. I think that's tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Stay safe and God bless.